Character that deserved better.
I've been watching some and thought, damn, they are making my boy struggle. That's what we're talking about today. Characters that suffered and that deserve so much better.
Rick Grimes. Yo, he's the coldest motherfucker, bro. That's my favorite protagonist in whole fiction. Rick Grimes so fucking cold. Oh my god, Rick!
First and personally, my favorite, Rick Grimes. My man had everything. He had a wife, kid, nice house, good job, and his best friend. Bro. What more does a man really need? Apparently the bubonic plague on steroids. My boy wakes up after being shot and just civilization has crashed and went down the shitter. And honestly, that in itself is pretty bad, because let's be real, you and me, we wouldn't do so well without our Netflix, without our modern commodities. If I had to go up there and forge for my food, I am going feral real quick.
I swear down, bro, every single motherfucker is trying to be like Rick Grimes. They say if a zombie apocalypse happens, then I'm gonna be the main character and survive fucking 10 years. No, bro, you're dying to a single walker. The first walker you see, you're getting cooked, buddy. And it's the same with me. I'm not saying I'm the main character, bro.
Because of rumors that Atlanta is a safe haven, and then he quickly realized someone lied on their Timbs. This shit is crawling with tweakers. And before he's tore up like the last PS5 on Black Friday, he's saved by Glenn. Remember this, man. Glenn takes him to his camp, which conveniently has his family and his best friend. He figures out his friend saved his family, but at the cost of his friend boning his wife and basically taking his son. Yeah, Rick kind of got sneakoed here. Fast forward a little bit, they end up crashing out about this because my man Shane could not let go of that puss. Rick ends up having to kill his lifelong best friend with his own hands, who then comes back as a zombie, and then his son Carl has to finish him off. Skip ahead a little bit more, he figures out his wife is pregnant and then does the math and realizes that this is probably his best friend's child. She gives birth but also dies in the process because without modern...
And Carl needed to put her down. That was crazy. Couldn't Maggie do that shit? No. Carl was like, I'll do that shit and put a bullet in her head. And then he went on a rampage. He was like tweaking out and shit, started seeing visions. I remember now. Oh my god, The Walking Dead was so peak.
Commodities, pregnancy is a very dangerous thing. Rick figures out the birth went well, but his wife is dead, and his 13-year-old son was the one that had to finish her off. He goes to at least identify the body and then sees nothing but a puddle of blood after a walker ate the entire body. You remember Glenn?
Crazy.
Yeah, he gets put on a t-shirt after Negan plays whack-a-mole with his brain matter. Very traumatizing event for him, since it was kind of Rick's fault. And then not too long after, the only blood-related thing still walking this earth alive, his son, dies. And this is all this man has went through just in the 8 seasons, because after his son died, I honestly had to put the show down because that shit hurt my soul. Honestly, whoever wrote this show just seen Rick and was like, yeah, I got another one in me. We finna make this man suffer. Yuji Itadori. Now, even though my man's was
Yuji, fuck, I don't really remember what happened to JJK.
blessed with extraordinary natural strength, and he's just overall built different and really just a good guy. He dealt the unlucky stick of eating one of Sukuna's fingers, which automatically in the Jujutsu Kaisen verse put this man at the top op position. Now to skip ahead a little bit, Itadori is fighting a curse called Mahito. He can transform humans into
wait, what?
A little bit. Itadori is fighting a curse called Mahito.
My bad.
He can transform humans into mutations and make them fight whoever he wants. But the thing is, those are innocent humans, and Itadori is forced to kill them, which would weigh really hard on anyone's consciousness. On top of that, a kid he was making friends with gets turned into one and dies right in front of his eyes. And while he's processing the most traumatic event of his life thus far, the nigga that did it and Sukuna are just sitting there laughing at this man. And to make it worse, a little bit later on, he also kills another friend and fellow sorcerer right in front of his eyes. Then in that same day, kills a role model figure in his life that was also another sorcerer right in front of his eyes again, just to be mocked by the guy that did it, Mahito, in front of his face. With Itadori being knocked out, the villains feed him more of Sukuna's fingers so he can take control. Sukuna then proceeds to go on a complete rampage throughout the entire...
The ugly thing was that Sukuna was then switching back to Itadori after he was done with like killing everybody and murking that whole fucking city. Whole Shibuya was fucking cooked, bro. Every single person there died, I think. Something like that. It was a It was some time ago I watched JJK, I ain't gonna lie.
City. After the rampage is over, he swaps back with him just so he can see all the carnage caused, and this man goes into a complete fucking breakdown because he feels worthless. This is nothing a 15-year-old child should experience, bro. Wow. Let this man live a normal, happy life. Let that man go watch Adventure Time and regular show, bro. This is not right. And just to throw this in, Jugo is a villain, but he didn't deserve some of the treatment he got, even though he has definitely done bad things. Every time Jugo has went out to fight, besides literally once, he has been mopped by the two strongest niggas in the entire verse. The first time he gets completely disrespected by Gojo, and then the second time Sukuna literally uses this nigga's own flame technique against him and still washes this nigga. But at least he let him die in a little bit happier way. Peter Parker. I don't know where to start. Let's just start off with the stress of being Spider-Man and Peter Parker at the same time weighs a lot on this man. He's trying to maintain relationships, jobs, school at the same time while literally trying to save the city he lives in, and sometimes even the world. And on top of that, with multiverse theory, he's sometimes saving the universe, and on top of that, we learn that it's a canon event for his loved ones to die, whether it's Aunt May, Ben, or his girl. And that's just fucked. Imagine figuring out that May, Ben, or his girl, and that's just fucked. Imagine figuring out that through every conceivable timeline of you that you exist, you are gonna suffer a major loss of someone you love. That is so fucked. I couldn't possibly cover every single timeline of Peter Parker, but just to cover Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker, he literally kills just got Spider-Man 2 gameplay by trying to save her. It was unintentional, but it was still done by his hands, and he witnessed it. If that's not the most traumatizing and fucked up shit any man could experience, I don't know what is. Well, besides that one guy.
W Vince, bro. Yeah, keep up the good work.